Welcome to Haunted Earth, my personal journal through the strange and hidden corners of Southeast Asia. I'm Michelle, an American traveler, storyteller, and someone who didn't believe in anything until now. I originally came to Thailand for the food, temples, and beaches. But I stumbled into something ancient, something people here still whisper about. Spirits, curses, and what they call sayasat, Thai dark magic. If you've never heard of it, sayasat refers to mystical practices involving spiritual rituals, enchanted objects, and powerful incantations. In Thai folklore, it's a feared form of sorcery used for protection, revenge, or manipulation. Even in modern Thailand, there are villages, temple courtyards, and forests where this stuff is still very real and very active. I landed in Bangkok on a hot, sticky June evening. The air smelled like lemongrass, grilled pork, and faint incense. It was my first time in Southeast Asia. I was expecting street food, hostels, and tourist attractions. I didn't expect to be haunted. I'm Michelle. I'm a freelance designer from Portland, Oregon. I took 3 months off to backpack across Thailand. I planned everything out on Notion. A week in Bangkok, then Chiang Mai, then the islands down south. None of it went the way I thought. That first night, I stayed near Khao San Road. Loud music, neon lights, and backpackers everywhere. But just a few blocks away, it was dead silent. My room faced a narrow alley where a flickering street lamp cast weird shadows. I was drifting off to sleep when I heard a woman humming outside my window. I looked out. No one was there, just darkness. A few days later, I caught a train to Ayutthaya. The ancient ruins were breathtaking, but what stayed with me was a strange moment at one temple. I went in for a blessing. A young monk lit incense and drew a symbol in ash on the floor. When I asked his name, he smiled politely. But when I told him mine, his face changed. "You not say name here," he said in broken English. "Why?" I asked. "Name is strong, spirit here. Ghosts. Like strong name." I chuckled, thinking it was just superstition. But when I walked out, an old woman selling jasmine garlands looked at me and mumbled something. I only caught one word. Fee. That night I Googled it. It means ghost. In Chiang Mai, I checked into a wooden guest house on the edge of the old city. The owner, May, was kind but quiet. She wore a small Buddha amulet and kept a shrine with candles always burning. The second night, a storm hit. The power went out. I grabbed a candle and went downstairs, only to find May sitting on the floor, softly chanting. She looked up and asked, "You bring something?" "From old place?" "Just a postcard," I said. She looked horrified. "Leave it, now." I placed the card on her altar. The next morning, the power was back. But on my phone, there was a photo I never took. A pale, blurry face staring at me from outside the window. The next day, May took me to a forest temple. She didn't explain much, just said, "Tonight, spirit come." We rode a tuk-tuk into the jungle, then hiked on foot. The temple wasn't a building, just wooden huts around a stone circle. Monks chanted, incense filled the air. May handed me a wrapped bundle. "Keep. Don't open." At midnight, a large clay bowl filled with oil was lit. We sat in a circle. A monk in red chanted louder and louder, then suddenly stopped. Silence. No wind, no bugs, no sound. The fire flickered wildly. I looked up and saw it. A tall shape, human-like, just beyond the trees. No head, hands together like it was praying. It stepped forward, into the light. My body froze. May screamed and threw ash into the flames. Fire exploded. The thing vanished. Everything came back. The wind, the forest, the noise. No one said a word, but I knew we all saw it. The next morning, I was shaken, couldn't eat, couldn't think. All I wanted was to go home, but May said no. You see too much. Now spirits see you. That afternoon, a man arrived, tall, gaunt, sunglasses despite the cloudy sky. May whispered, Ajarn, a spiritual practitioner, not a monk, not normal. He walked around me 3 times, then said, You bring spirit from Ayutthaya. I tried to deny it. He just raised a hand. You go home? Not yet. Spirit follow across ocean. Need break bond, krabi, woman, help. He handed me a black cloth. Under pillow. No mirrors, no name. That night I dreamed of Portland. The headless thing was sitting at my kitchen table. I didn't sleep. I left May's at dawn. She gave me rice and black coffee in a banana leaf. Don't stop. Don't follow anything, she warned. I flew to Krabi. Yes, I broke the rule. But I couldn't take the roads anymore. On the plane, the clouds looked like hollow eyes. I found Noi, the spirit cutter, in a stilt house among the mangroves. She wore white robes, long silver hair, eyes that saw through you. She pointed at me. You see him? I nodded. You marked, not yet taken, but soon. Must cut. That night, she lit candles, salt circle, incense, placed my passport in the middle. You leave old self, or spirit take all. As tide rose, I felt something watching again. Noi chanted under the moonlight, her voice like smoke. The salt cracked, flames danced. I sat outside the circle, heart pounding. She held a bone knife, cut a drop of her own blood onto my passport. Flames turned blue. Everything stopped. Wind, insects, even time. I felt it behind me. I turned. It was there, headless, tall, right outside the salt. Noi screamed in Thai. Not yours, she yelled. It stepped over the salt. She collapsed. It reached toward me. Something yanked inside my chest. I couldn't breathe. I heard my own voice say my name over and over. Michelle, Michelle, Michelle. I blacked out. Morning, fire gone, salt broken, Noi alive, barely. She whispered, not gone. Waiting. Go south more. Temple hidden. I nodded. I hitchhiked south. I felt empty, hollow, but something told me I wasn't done. I asked a shopkeeper about the symbol Noi gave me, an eye with roots. He paled. Bad place, he said, pointing to the forest. I rode until the road ended, walked for hours. Then I saw it, a white stone gate. I stepped in and felt the temple didn't want me there. The temple courtyard was silent. Inside, a monk sat beneath a Buddha with no face. Thin, old, still. You came far, he said. Why? I'm being followed. You saw the headless one. He pointed behind me. Its shadow was there. He stood. You brought it. Now we finish. Finish what? Faith. Faith? You believe ghost. Now believe God? Yes. Then kneel. I did. Not break it with spell, with name, true name. I already said my name. Not the name in passport, the name inside. I closed my eyes. I whispered the name my mother once called me, the one I buried. The shadow screamed, the monk chanted, the temple shook. I woke up alone in the temple, no monk, no shadow. I stumbled to the road. A truck gave me a ride. I woke up again in a small airport room. They found me unconscious. My passport was in my hand, the same one that vanished in Noi's ritual. No one knew how I got there, not even me. A few days later, I flew back to Portland. I kept staring out the window, waiting to see that shadow running after me. But it never came. I had no luggage, just a black cloth in my pocket, and this story. Night 1, I slept with the lights on. Night 2, I prayed. Night 3, I started writing because someone has to tell these stories. I used to laugh at people who believed. I don't laugh anymore. I believe now. And this was only the beginning. Subscribe to Haunted Earth for more true paranormal journeys through Southeast Asia and beyond.